Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for the last episode of Season 1 of Vixen, which is Episode 6, because we are only 1 week away from Flash and Arrow, which makes me really excited, which I'll talk about that when those premiere. But let's start talking about Vixen. Like I said, this is the last episode of the season. It's a tad bit longer. I think it's about like 8 minutes long, and we get to see the aftermath of Vixen and her sister fighting to see who gets the totem. And we find out that Vixen kind of gets it in the end, and the sister's a bit crazy. So that battle kind of ends short, and then Vixen kind of realizes what her purpose is in life. She wants to be a hero, and Oliver and Barry are okay with that at first, like, oh, you know, it's a lot of responsibility, and they were like, okay, go ahead, be Vixen. So now she's a hero for Detroit, which is awesome, because that is also the same place where Static is from, so maybe we could get Static Shock in, like, the next season. That'd be kind of cool. So I want to talk about the positives first. Really like Vixen as a character. I think she's a great hero. I think there's a lot of story to tell with her, and I liked how she ended up appreciating her life by the end of the story. And I think it fit the whole arc of the series, where it's like, oh, well, I don't really know who I am, and then figuring out that not always, you know, being blood related to somebody has to, you know, mean that you're family. You see that with the sister and with Vixen. They had this horrible fight with each other. The sister, like I said, is a bit crazy. And then she realizes her adopted father was her real family. And the people that grew her up were her real family. And made her the person she is today. So I enjoyed that. The kind of hero's journey. Really like the costume too. I think it fit really well. Action, of course, is great. I did have a few more negatives for this episode than previous episodes, though. Still, I think there's some, not stiff acting, but maybe stiff animation in transitions with the acting. Because, of course, we know Grant Gustin and Stephen Amell are good actors, but the way they said their lines were okay, but the way the character moved didn't really fit the way they said a line. Like, if they said something sarcastic, their body just didn't move right. They didn't really have a lot of facial expression. So I think that's something that could have been worked on a little bit. The transition of animation and having a live action actor work in animation and be a voiceover actor. I think that could have transitioned a bit well. Also, a compliment I've been giving the show throughout the 6 episodes is the pacing. And I thought the pacing was good for this episode, but at the same time had some weak spots. And that being the final battle between her sister felt very short and abrupt. It was just like, alright, take the totem. You know, oh, my sister's crazy. And then she ends up becoming a hero. And, you know, because it's a web show, this is the first time I felt that I was like, oh, we could actually tease that out a little bit more. So that was a complaint. Now, overall, I thought this was a very solid first season for Vixen. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully we could see the character in live action, or we could see more of this animated show, because I thought it was a really cool buffer between our hiatus of Arrow and Flash and moving into Arrow and Flash and seeing this world being fully connected. So, yeah, and hopefully we'll have some more longer episodes for the next season if we do get a next season. But I 100% recommend Vixen. It did have some stumbles in the last part, but I do think it's 100% worth watching. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. Also annotated is a link for the Like Father Like Daughter Kickstarter for issue 2. So hopefully you guys can check that out. And this is Comic Uno, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.